Hola, and welcome to episode 110 of Word to Your Mama. But this is Relatives 22. Relatives is a podcast within a podcast. Relatives explores the true story of how a first-generation Mexican girl, that's me, and a black girl, that's Nyysha, meet in South Bay, San Diego, and become relatives. We discuss Black and Brown unity, hip-hop, overcoming trauma, crazy movie-type moments, navigating life, and much more. Black and Brown Unity por Vida. This is the last Relatives of 2022. That is correct. So it's also Mareli's birthday week, so make sure you reach out to her and give her a shout out because she gets jacked, right? Because her birthday's on Christmas. And then after this, it'll be one short episode of just the Supernatural Bear and I giving our thanks and doing all that stuff. And that'll be the last episode of 2022. And then we roll into 2023 because I may or may not be out and about on vacation. We might, the first week or so, might just be some redrops, some classics. So I wanted to mention that for this episode, I'll have a link to sipping on some Scissorp by 3-6 Mafia featuring UGK. It's a classic. You'll understand why I even bring it up. But in this episode, we discussed me and I having RSV. I currently still have it. Don't get it. Be safe out there. Being prescribed lean, aka Scissorp, the milk propaganda of the 1980s, my passport drama, or the Supernatural Bears passport drama, the Supernatural Bears' first time in Mexico. We discussed shady trash men, our biological fathers, Jollof rice. That's right. We have some audio of Nyysha on the street, talking to her African friends that are from Senegal and from Gambia, one from Ghana, and doing the debate and giving some real shade to Nigeria and so much more. So yes, this is the last Relatives. Enjoy. When we come back in 2023, we will continue the discussion of where we left off. We're at the High School of Creative and Performing Arts at the time in our situation. And then and then we'll have a special Supernatural Bear corner and then the outro. And like I said, we have one more episode. Muchísimas gracias. Let's get into it.
You sounding still getting over it. Mine lasted like almost 2.5 weeks. Just phlegm and mucus.
Yeah, like my phlegm isn't changing colors like it usually does. Like it should be clear by now. Like it should be cleared up. It's like it's still at the one stage.
I think you have the RSV.
I totally have the RSV.
Yes.
And so, hola, by the way, Relatives
hey, y'all.
22.
Our bad.
Relatives 22, the final Relatives of 2022. Oh, it's Relatives 22, and it's the final episode of 2022.
And I'm about to be 22.
You wish.
22 years ago.
So I'm going to tell you that, so I got sick, right? And I've been sick for it's almost 2 weeks. But, this weekend will be 2 weeks. But so Friday, was it? Friday? Last Friday was the first time I felt kind of halfway decent, like where I wasn't coughing all day, so I went to Trader Joe's because we needed some things. And I'm the only one that knows the things. And, it's the only place we go to. We order for us. So I go to Trader Joe's and, I've been wearing my mask. So there's no surprise, but especially because I'm sick. So the cashier, she's coughing. She sounds just like me.
Ooh.
So then I was like, how long have you had your cough? She's like, I've had this since Halloween. I was like, damn. And then I was like, I have the same thing. I go, were you waking up at 4:00 in the morning, crazy coughing up lunch? She goes, yep. And I was like, damn. Yes. So I was like saying like a lot of people. So then another friend of mine said that her husband has it. And the doctor said, you're going to have it for minimum 12 weeks. And I was like, no. I was like, no. And I was like, no, I don't want that. So
yes.
So I've been taking detox baths. I talked to 2 teledocs. They're like, no antibiotics. But one dude, Rocco was like, does he work? Does he work for all these medical? I got 6 prescriptions. Rocco went to the thing to get me 6 prescriptions. None of them were antibiotics. They gave me lean. I go, what's this? He goes, that's lean. That's scissor. Sipping on some scissor.
Hey, mail me some of that.
You are the 3rd person. Somebody called dibs. Someone already called dibs.
Oh my goodness.
Somebody called dibs. Yeah, so they gave me lean. They gave me an inhaler, which I haven't. You still have an inhaler, but you and I used to be inhaler twins.
Sure.
But I haven't had one since high school. So I was like, I don't need that. They gave me steroids. They gave me pills. They gave me nose sprays. They gave me all kinds of shit. And I was like,
he was like, bitch, don't come back.
It was on the phone. And I was like, I'm not taking any of this shit. And then I haven't been prescribed lean or codeine or anything in forever. And if you read, I didn't know it was lean first. I was just reading the pharmacy thing. And it said side effects could cause nightmares.
Oh, no.
And I was like, what is this? And that's when Rocco's like, oh, that's lean. That's scissor. And I was like, that's so funny because I've been listening to scissor, sipping on my scissor for the past 2 days. So
and look where you are, sipping on some scissor.
Sipping on some that still kills. That still kills.
Yes, it does.
But so I've been going like natural. So like I take one of the nasal sprays, but what I've been doing is the detox bath, mad tea, ginger, blah, 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 all those things. And then I made, I don't know if that came through, a phone call. I made fermented garlic and honey because that's like a natural antibiotic.
I just saw that on Instagram.
Yeah, yes. I made some because the supernatural bear was sick.
In a jar, boom, boom. It's like cough syrup.
It's like cough syrup, and you like churn it around. You got to burp it, and so I was doing that. And even when it's not 2 weeks, you could still take it. So I was taking that, nice. So I'm like trying to do whatever. So we're only on 2 weeks, but I was like, damn, this sucks. Like last night was the first night I slept through the night.
Good.
So we'll see. But so my other friend, we're doing trade. And so she's been giving me trade like we call it medicinas, right? So she gave me, we bartered for powdered shrooms. And then because she knows that I was sick, she works with this one Latina naturopath. And so she's sending me, I think today or tomorrow, I'm getting all this like natural supplements, and she has like a regimen, like take this, because if it's going to be, I don't want it to be 4 weeks, I don't want it to be 3 weeks.
Exactly like I'm not coughing anymore, but I got something in there,
phlegm, but every morning, every night, phlegm. It's just like, what is happening? So I don't want this. And so in the time span that I've been sick, I've had multiple friends that got COVID, are better from COVID, and they're fine. And I still got this shit. And I was like, I put it on the Twitters. I put it on it. I was like, you don't want this smoke.
Yeah, they don't.
Be careful. It doesn't matter. COVID, RSV. You don't want this RSV. You don't want it.
Now it's the RSV. Oh, I'm over it. I am over it. It's so many. Oh, disgusting.
So many things.
Yeah.
So anyways, how you doing, Relly?
I'm feeling well. I'm feeling way better because I had the RSV. I mean, I didn't go to the doctor, but I just know I did because I was around a little kid who had it.
Right.
So I'm just like, got it, all congested, but came through. I didn't sleep for a good 4 days because of that, but it lasted. And I mean, it's not all the way gone, but this is like my 3rd week. So I'm not 100%. I'll say I'm about at like 87.2.
Damn, I just want to be there. Yeah. Like, I was like, I've never been like this. I was like, this sucks. Maybe when I was a kid, but because you and I used to be sick all the time. Like I used to be sick all the time, like pneumonia, bronchitis.
Because our parents weren't even doing what they needed to do. Not like because they knew and didn't do it. They just didn't know.
They didn't know.
Why were they letting us eat dairy? Why were they letting us do?
Dude, I
like,
was
you know what I'm
drinking
saying?
that shit. That's why I was sick all the
Nachos,
time.
cheese at school.
Cottage cheese, cheese and cheese and cheese and cheese. No, it was too much. It was dos muchos, and that's why we were sick. That's why we're sick all the time.
Yeah,
because of milk. And then I was trying to explain to Supernatural Bear. I was like, Mijo, you don't understand. He's like, why were you drinking all this? I was like, our parents didn't know any better. She didn't even know English, basically. And then I was like, also, Mijo, I go, you don't know till you're older that these industries are big industries. And so it was proper propaganda. It was milk does a body good. Drink it. Like it was in our faces all the time.
And that's all we had. Now you have social media, you have all these platforms that are speaking truths.
Yeah, so, access. We have access to more information. And also there's alternatives to, right now I do coconut milk and stuff and almond milk, but coconut milk has like less carbohydrates and stuff. So I do coconut milk. If only Trader Joe's coconut milk because other coconut milk.
In the can.
No, the carton.
Shelf stable. Or in the cold?
No, shelf stable. Yeah, where where the rice milks and the almond milk. I do because Trader Joe's coconut milk is the only one that doesn't taste like coconut milk.
Yes, it doesn't. Right.
So I love
that one. I like that one too.
So I like that one. So yeah, if you go anywhere else, it tastes hella coconutty. But yeah, like we were trying to tell them, like it was huge. They put a lot of money. The dairy industry was putting a lot of money into. How you couldn't go one day without seeing milk does a body good, and then all the celebrities with the
mustache,
mustache, it was all in our face.
Big money, that's big money. Yeah.
Gross. So I was like, no, but now it's different. So anyways, I wanted to talk real quick about the Supernatural Bear first time in Mexico,
the trip.
Good trip. But I don't know if I told you that the Friday before we were leaving, I saw that his passport had expired. Oh yeah. This is why I'm sick. This is why I'm sick. I've been on fight or flight since November 11th. Okay, so you know me, really. I'm hella organized, all about my shit.
Yes.
So, I was going with
panic
cousins of cousins who are now we're close. We feel like we've been to battle because we were flying out of Tijuana, right? So we were going to go over the bridge. There's a CBX bridge on the Otay. Did you know that?
Yes. Last time I was there, I was like, what is this?
Yes.
Looking all nice. And
so you have to pay round trip to walk across so basically you're walking to Mexico, but you go straight into the airport, right? And then of course my prima, she has a hookup. So it's not, we don't pay full price or whatever.
Nice.
There was a bunch of us. So, but you have to fill, she was like giving us, it was her daughter's quinceañera. So she was like, she was already there. She's like, but you got to do this. You got to fill out this form before. You got to have this at the ready and like your flight information. And you have to have like, the custom form, but it's for Mexico. And she's like, you're not flying because you're walking. She's like, so you have to put by land. So I was like, okay. She's like, yeah, fill it beforehand. I was like, cool. So I go Friday night. The Supernatural Bear is getting ready for Mimi's. I go online and I'm like, And I was like, oh, let me go to the safe and get his passport to put his passport information in there. And it said it expired July 2022.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
Everything went again. It was like,
oh my goodness. What did you think it was 23? Like what happened?
Yeah, I thought it was until next year because kids are only 5 years.
5 years, yeah.
Right? Yeah. So I was like, oh, or the end of the year. I thought it was like the end of the year. I don't know what I was thinking, right? So, and what's crazy, because your body knows, I've already had 2 dreams that the passport had expired.
Oh my goodness. Why you never checked?
Because I was like, I'm cool. Because I have to go in the safe and like, which is not a big deal. But I was just kind of like, I swore.
It's good.
So I was like by myself in the closet and I was like, and I was like, oh shit. Like we leave in a couple of days. So then I tell Raka, I go, come here. And he's like, what? And I told him, he goes, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. I was like, no, it's not. What?
The voice of reason.
And I was like, no. So then I was like, could you put him to sleep? And he's like, Supernatural Bear's like, are you okay? Are you feeling okay? And I was like, yeah, I just got some stuff to do. So anyways.
Stress.
I was like, what the fuck? So I did a bunch of shit over the weekend because you can't do nothing because it's the weekend, right?
Yes.
So that was even worse. And he's like, oh, well, there's that one agency for people that are in the music industry and they help you get shit. We'll do something. I was like, I don't know, because it's COVID and they change procedures.
A lot of things, yeah.
So what I did was, Rocket wasn't going to come with us. So I made sure and did all the research. So Saturday, we went to go get, what's called? Verified, not verified.
Like the stamp?
With
notary.
Notary. We went to the Notary Republic and I got 2 forms filled out for him that said, one, I could take him to another country because a lot of people,
because his daddy said so.
Yeah, because it's only one parent. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of I did research and a lot of people have been taking their kids out of.
Gotta go.
Yeah, they've been like kidnapping them. So I got that one, but the most important one was that for a kid, both parents have to be present for a kid to get a passport. Right. So I had to get him a certain form signed and notarized to say that, yeah, I get permission. I'm not going to be there, but this is it. So I got that done. And then Sunday I went to go get new pictures, take him to get new pictures, but he was none the wiser. He's like, why are we taking new pictures? I go, oh, we just got it. So Monday I call, it opens at 8:00 EST. I wake up at 4:45.
Ooh.
And there's nothing in LA. There's like only a couple of offices. So I get we leave Thursday. Whew. I get Wednesday at 11 a.m. Only because there was an earlier one, but I'm not there. I had to drive there. So I was like, what's the latest? She's like, the last one of the day. This was Monday. She's like, the last one of the day is 11 o'clock. Wednesday. And I was like, okay. I go, so what is this?
11 a.m.?
11 a.m. And then I remember something with Raka happened mad years ago. And this is just, I'm telling this because it's a hot tip for people. Your local Congress person can help you when you're in a situation like I am, right? So I already had the appointment. And I kept calling and calling, trying to get something in LA. I was this close to driving to Arizona because I was like, I just want to get it done. Like, I just want to get it done.
6 hours.
But it was going to be 6 hours. It's because it's even further than Mariano. So it was going to be even further. I have to pay a hotel. And I was like, if this is in San Diego, I'm going to have to go to San Diego anyway.
You're there. Right.
So I was like, I'm stressed now. I'm like, I can't sleep. I'm stressed out. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to pack it. So anyways, I call my local congressman, Ruiz, who's dope. I mean, I don't know him, but his story is dope. And so someone calls me back the same day, which is crazy. And she's like, and I was like, well, this is the thing. She's like, okay. She goes, right now, the only thing we would have been able to help you with is maybe get you an appointment.
Yeah. No bueno.
She's like, but you already have an appointment. She's like, but worst case scenario, if you don't get it, she's like, you sound good. You sound overprepared. She's like, you have everything. She's like, but if you don't get it, then don't go through CBX, which is that bridge, and then go. It's gonna be longer. You're gonna have to go cross the border.
The border.
Regular, like drive through or walk through, and then
no fast pass,
and go to the thing, because domestically you can fly without. That's what she said. She's like, that's where we're at.
Oh, that's smart too.
So I was like, okay, well, I feel like at least there's something, right? There's like a backup. So I was gonna go to San Diego a day earlier, anyways, because I'm trying to get dual citizenship, and so I need a death certificate from my mom, right? So I was like, okay. So we go. I'm stressing out. There's traffic, and I was like, I want to get there hella early. We get there early. Like right on time early. And then they don't let me in because I have that one stabby thing on my keychain.
Oh,
And I was like, but my apartment, they're like, there's fine. You're fine. They're like, just take it out of the building. I went to the downstairs bathroom, hid it in there.
I'll be back. I'm coming back for you.
I'm coming back for that shit. And then, so anyways, we were in, we go to the appointment and then I'm peeping out because it's hella crowded and I'm peeping out people's appointments and they're like
listening.
I can't come today. And I was like, oh no, I'm going to have to come tomorrow to try to get it. And then fly. I was like, oh, it's over. And then we go in, homegirl's amazing. She's like, you have everything. She's like, yeah, it was like 12 o'clock. She's like, come back at 3. We'll have your passport. I was like, what? I almost had tears in my eyes. I was like, what?
I would have been crying.
I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. So then
oh my gosh,
we go have lunch right around the corner. And then I was like, let me look up where we go get my mom's death certificate. It's right down the street. I go and I was like, okay.
Meant to be.
So I was like asking my mom. I was like, please, mama, please.
Yeah, let me know. Guide me.
This wasn't just going to Mexico. It was like a once in a lifetime because my niece turns 15 once. It was in a hacienda. It was on a ranch. Like it was a whole thing, right?
Yes.
So then we go. So the reason why I bring this up is because you and I talked about it. When this motherfucker dies, we're going to Texas to fucking see him because I need proof that he's dead because still fucking my shit up. Because her death certificate, I know her death certificate will say her married name. I need something that says her maiden name. Right? To be like, oh, she died, but this was her maiden name. I'm her daughter, so let's get this dual citizenship, right? So I was like, okay, the same office, you can get the marriage certificate. So I go in, and then the reason why I'm there is because they couldn't do it online because they couldn't find her for some reason. So they found her. It's a Black woman. She was super nice. She was the one that set you up to talk to the main people. And I was like, and she's like, oh yeah, something. I go, yeah, and I need a marriage certificate. She married such and such, such and such. Okay. And then she's like, do you know if it's confidential? And I was like, confidential? Nah, did you know that you can get a marriage certificate and make it confidential?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Because I got non-confidential.
So I didn't I probably signed that, but I didn't know that it didn't even occur to me. And
mine
I was like,
says on there non-confidential.
Oh, I don't ever notice if mine does. I'll check. But I didn't know that you could even make it. Why would you need it to be confidential?
Like
she's
celebrities, right?
She's like celebrities or you're like a military law enforcement, something like that. And I was like, he's neither. So
nobody can't find
He's neither of those, right?
Why he's Sneaky Pete? What's going on?
So I fill out the forms and then she's like, oh yeah, they got married in 1985. Da, 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 da. I was like, wow, da, da, da. She's like, I'm sorry, we can't give it to you. I was like, why? She's like, he put it confidential. This motherfucker.
Why?
Because he's sneaky. He was doing some shit. I bet you he was doing some shit. And this is the 80s, kids.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
you're not a celebrity.
You ain't shit.
You ain't shit.
You ain't shit.
Dude, I was so mad. I was so upset.
Back to mad.
Back to mad. But it's okay because I ended up being able to get my mom's birth certificate from Mexico online. Fucker.
Oh.
Yeah, they just updated their system and I was able to get it. And I called someone from the Mexican consulate and they hooked me up because there was a number I had to put. And I was like, I don't have that number. They're like, just put this number. And then if you need more numbers, put 000. And I was like, oh.
Mexico. Yeah. We know Mexico.
Right?
Good old Mexico.
And I was like, I go, how does it deliver? He goes, oh, you just get a file. You just print it out of home. I was like, oh.
Mexico.
What? Yeah. So I got that file. But can you believe that?
So, okay. So let me get it straight. The same thing you needed, or is it something different? You got in Mexico?
No.
Okay.
Something different. I got my mom's birth certificate.
Oh, the marriage. What am I thinking?
So yeah, I wanted just proof that he got, married, that she got married. But when I got the marriage certificate on there, because it's old school, it says who her parents are and their name and their country of origin. So it says mis abuelitos, it says their full name, that they're Mexican, and it has Rivera. And then on the birth certificate, it shows that those are her parents.
Oh, so
You know
you
what I'm saying?
double boom boom.
So it ended up working out.
Yes.
But this motherfucker, I was like, ugh. I was like, can't wait till I tell my relative.
So can when it's confidential and someone dies, is the information then non-confidential?
Like if he dies?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know. But I was like, I immediately called Rocka and I was like, this. He was like, she was doing some shady shit. I was like, he was doing some shady
Like,
shit.
what is you doing?
It's 1985.
What? Are you the cartel? What the fuck are you
You're
doing,
nobody.
bro?
You're nobody.
That part. Doing shit. Boy. I wonder if he was married 2 times.
And probably that. And he was putting shit in my mom's name, doing something. I know for a fact he got money when my mom died and didn't give me jack fucking shit. And probably did some other shit from since the 80s. Ooh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Word on the street, he's not doing so well health-wise.
Look at God. Look at God.
Look at God.
Amen.
The time's a ticking.
Amen.
And we'll be there. I mean, I hope. The only thing is that we wouldn't be there is because someone didn't tell me and it's too late. Do you know what I'm saying? You know who that someone is. And so, and I've been texting him like, hey, nada.
That's so crazy to me. So
yeah, that motherfucker, dude. Can you believe that shit? I mean, I can believe it.
Yeah, but can you believe it? Time will tell. Time will tell. Everything gonna surface because that's how it goes. That's how it goes.
I was just like, this motherfucker still making me upset, still fucking up my shit. So anyways, the trip was amazing.
Looked amazing.
The supernatural. No, but the place that we stayed at night. Whoa. It was a small town, guys. It was a small town. Like a small town, rural Mexico.
Mexico for sure. But was it like their best?
Yeah, I think so.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They put you with their best.
Well, they put us with everybody that was staying, that needed a hotel, stayed there because it was the friend of the family that was doing all this stuff. It was like the brothers, the sister's husband's something place. So it was like a hotel with a restaurant, and it was right next to the farmacia. There was no hair dryer, no iron. I asked, they're like, nah. I was like, ironing board?
Nah.
Iron? They're like, nah. And then
rocks, bitch, rocks.
So the first night, luckily I brought that lock that you bring that you can lock your own place. You know what I'm talking about?
The door from the inside.
You know, it's a lock where
I got plenty. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I got that. It was the first time that I used it, and I was so glad. So I wish I would have taken video. The supernatural bear, we're FaceTiming with his dad, and he was like, I don't feel safe. I don't think I could sleep.
These damn kids, boy.
But the thing was that I didn't feel safe. I didn't think I could sleep. But
you didn't say.
I didn't say jack shit. I was like, we're fine. We're good. But not only that night, it was dirty as fuck. Dirty as fuck. And I was like in the bathroom, and I was like, oh God, like this is where I have to get ready for a quinceañera. So I took a shower, and I was like, okay. I was like, okay, don't close the door. Like, don't close the shower door, and don't look around. There was like don't look around. That's how bad it was. Now it was like, don't look around, because where the dials, where the things were for the thing, it was like cut out the wall. You could see through in the wall, and I was like, okay, I don't understand.
Wait, and I know you.
I'm super bougie too, but I used to be in places like that, right? But it's been a long time. So when it was time for the supernatural bear, I was like, he's like, oh, I don't want to. And I was like, okay, I go, but we have to, mijo. I go, but we have to. I go, listen to this. Go in, don't look around. I go in, go out. So this fool, he never wants to take a shower, but when he takes a shower, he's in there for fucking 30 minutes.
Oh my God.
There was none of that. He went in, he went out. So let me tell you,
Did y'all have your shower shoes? I hope you had shower shoes.
No, and I was thinking about that. We should have. I don't know. And then you have to use water to brush your teeth and stuff, right? And I was like surfing the crimson wave, and I was like, I can't wash. I had to use bottled water to clean my cup and shit. Because the first time I was like doing it like I was here, and I was like, I can get sick by that water being up in my cooch.
Yes.
So anyways, so they were like, oh, do you want? We didn't have enough towels. The towels were like stained, like they were like. It was so bad. And I was like, if I was about, I told Rock, I was like, if this was in the States, we would have left. There would have been like no fucking way.
Yeah.
But we're in a small rural town. What am I going to do? Right?
Stay.
So I went, I was like, could I have some more towels? And then they're like, yeah. And they looked the same. They were like gray with like some stains on it. And then, they're like, quiere limpieza? Like, do you want us to clean? And I was like, first I was like, nah, because I don't want you guys stealing my shit.
Yes.
So, I mean,
I wanted to know why some people who get COVID-19 get it so bad. I found out it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, smoking, and asthma. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, there are things you can do, like asking your healthcare provider if an authorized oral treatment is right for you. Learn about an option at treatcovid19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
Many of us have heard of the devastating passing of Hurricane Fiona through Puerto Rico, but not many of us know of ways, or better yet, trustworthy ways to help and contribute to those in need. Fiona a través de los ojos de los niños is an NFT project featuring art made by children of the nonprofit school Flor de Loto in Ponce, Puerto Rico. Through their drawings, they've expressed their feelings and fears which they went through the hurricane. You can help these children, their school, families, and communities by minting one of their NFTs at helppr.xyz. You can also help by sending crypto directly to their wallet listed on the website, or do a donation through PayPal. The links can be found in the description. And to learn more about this initiative and how you can help, please visit helppr.xyz or via Twitter at helpprflm.
Ayuda a tus hijos y estudiantes a llegar más lejos. Aprende más sobre la beca nacional Hacer de McDonald's. Desde 1985, McDonald's ha otorgado más de $33 millones en becas. Gánate una beca de hasta $100,000. McDonald's está dando $500,000 en becas este año. Puedes ganar una de 30 becas. Hoy día, es importante seguir adelante y hacer más. A ayudar a estudiantes hispanos a hacer más que las generaciones anteriores. Hacer más de lo que se creen capaz. Hacer más de lo que pensaban que era posible. Por sí mismos, por su gente, por su cultura, por un mejor futuro. Para más información sobre la beca nacional Hacer de McDonald's, visita mcdonalds.com/hacer. Aprende más.
Dancing crew, trip for two, nailed the final interview. Game with Doug, brand new mug. Come here, kid, give me a hug. The more you want to do, the more we want to do. Boosters designed for COVID-19 variants are now available. If you've had your primary series, schedule an updated COVID-19 booster appointment as soon as you're eligible. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
Chances are you aren't sharing an epic dinner with your friends right now, but you could be. Just book a seat at a private dining event with your Chase Sapphire Reserve card. Then get to it. A multi-course menu, insane flavors, a wine pairing. Ooh, is that crispy duck? Experience more unforgettable dinners with private dining events from Sapphire Reserve. Chase, make more of what's yours. Learn more at chase.com/Sapphire Reserve.
Cards issued by JP Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC, subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
Holiday season is upon us. With being Latina and the supernatural bear being multicultural, it is that time of year to see all kinds of family. those that are blood related, and those, as a supernatural bear calls it, heart related. How cute is that? Whether we stay in town or travel, we'll most definitely be breaking bread with familia. Holidays can be magical like that. They can bring us all together to create those special moments and memories, usually involving food. And you don't need much. It can be at the family carne asada, the family BBQ, or that traditional family holiday meal. All that matters is that we're together. All that matters is that you're together. The holidays always find a way. Enjoy the real magic of the season by surrounding yourself with good friends and family, delicious food, and of course, ice cold Coke. Coca-Cola pairs perfectly with every holiday get-together.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're in a third world, this is like not because of Mexico.
Always, right.
It's anywhere. If I'm in Thailand,
I don't give a damn. Vacation, top notch. I don't care.
I don't give a fuck. Even a super nice place. I don't want you up in my shit. Right. Yeah. But especially there. So every time we left, I didn't bring my computer. Supernatural took his iPad. Right. So I was like, put it in the backpack. Take it with you. Mm-hmm. Take it with you. The quinceañera. I don't give a fuck. Like, take it with you. So anyways, they're like, do you want limpieza? And I was like, no, I'm okay. Thank you. And then I made the mistake of looking around in the bathroom when I was in the bathroom. Also, there's no vent and no window. So I guess the steam goes through the holes where where you turn the cold and hot. I don't know. So, it's one of those, the doors on the track, right?
Oh, man. That's all dirty at the bottom.
So, at the top, I noticed that there's, because it's bars of soap they give you. It's no pumps or nothing. It's little bars of soap. Yeah. And I was like, okay. And then I saw that there was one up there, right? I was like,
somebody left it?
Yeah. And I was like, oh, they're not cleaning this place. Like, they're not really cleaning this place.
Right. Get the soap.
But then the next day we wake up and luckily it had AC, or else I don't know what we do. They had an AC, like the AC that's in the wall.
In the window.
No, like that's in the wall. So it's like, it's not the old school one. At least they had a new AC. But that shit was leaking onto the table. And I was like, so then I had to go tell them. And we're watching them from the restaurant. They have our door wide open. Anyone could have walked in. Because we're on the street level, motherfuckers. We're like street level.
Goodness, this is crazy.
So we hadn't left yet. So I was like, let me go see. They hadn't moved the table. There was like dead moths and shit on the floor. And I was like, no. I was like, yes, could we get the limpieza? Could you come and clean our room? Right.
And I'm going to wait right here.
No, but then we had to leave. We were there from Thursday to Monday. Dude, can I tell you that bar of soap never left that rail?
Oh my God.
Never left that rail. Never.
Take that bitch off. Oh my goodness.
I wasn't touching it. It was at the top and I was like, I'm not touching it. Like, I just happened to notice it and I was like, I'm not touching it. So, so I was just like, okay, you just release.
You just release and you adapt.
You release and you adapt. You're like, and we're not in there that long. We're out hella late. Like the Supernatural Bears, we're sleeping at hella late and we're literally sleeping and we're so exhausted. Hard as fuck. My back was fucked up. It was hard as fuck. The last day we were going to go on a bus to Mazatlan and I got a hotel there because I was like, I want to be by the beach one day, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
And be in a nice hotel, like a nicer hotel, right? So that day, everyone was coming to have breakfast at the place and they were going to leave their luggage at my room. But these are family members that were staying at the super nice house, right? So, and they're like, how was your thing? And I don't want to complain and be a bitch about it. So I was like, But to my other cousin, I was like, girl.
Girl.
I was like, it's bad. And she's like, oh, and I was like, yeah, I go, maybe you'll see. And then so she came. And so everyone, I was like, use the bathroom. We're going to get on this bus. It's going to be 40 minutes. Like, we don't know. I go, get, da-da-da-da.
Because this is the hotel they put you in?
Yes, they put us in. So I did research and there's only one other hotel that maybe was maybe slightly better, but it was booked because there's not that many rooms, right? So she's like, she had to go to the bathroom. My cousin that I had been telling it, and she's like, did you see the shower? She goes, no. She goes, I didn't need to. I was going pee and I looked around. And I was like, exactly.
Don't look around.
He was like, oh my God, I am so sorry. I go, it's not your fault. It's not your hotel, you know? So anyways, when we got to Mazatlan, do you know, I took the hottest, longest shower in the whole wide world. But anyways, the Supernatural Bear had the best time. He spoke Spanish to a group of people. He came in, we were in the backyard, and he came in all in Spanish. He's like, Mama. He's like, Mama, ¿dónde está mi botella? I was like, me and my cousin look at each other. I was like, I didn't know what to do. I was like, I go, está allá, mijo, está adentro en la mesa. And I was like, I was so proud. I was like, cute. That is the cutest thing ever.
These damn kids, man.
He made all kinds of like new cousins. The kids in the street, they like, asking for him and stuff. And then so my one cousin, her son has curly hair just like Supernatural Bear. So she's like, I could do his hair the day of the event. I was like, yes, please. So she did it. His hair looked super cute. He had guayabera. All the fellas, all the kids had guayaberas. It was hella Mexican. Like we go, they pick us up. There's a banda playing. We get on the safari thing. We go to the mountains into some ranch town. But it was awesome. It was wonderful. One of his tios let him wear a cowboy hat.
Cute.
And then because it's on a ranch. So then they're like, someone runs up, they're like, hey, such and such is on the course. I was like, what?
The course?
A horse. And I was like, what? So then I go to have video, I'll show it to you later, of him with a hat on the horse at the quinceañera. And he's like,
had some boots. That would have been so cute.
That would have been super cute. He's like, yeehaw.
I love it.
He was dancing. It was amazing.
What an experience.
It was an experience. He will never, ever forget this.
Core memory. Love it.
Core memory. Yeah. So it was a success. It was great. And so that was the thing, you know?
Oh man, that's comical. Wait, what? Oh, girl, I had a mammogram today. Forgot this was on.
When do you get the results?
They usually email or something back like within a week or two.
Okay.
If not before. I don't know. I just always wait. Yeah. Because it's the holidays for me. I always do it around my birthday.
That's good.
So I probably January.
Got it.
Who's to say? If not before. But yeah. I totally forgot I had that on.
Yeah, so that was Mexico, Rosario, Sinaloa.
Okay. Rosario.
Yeah. Which Sinaloa is the gangster state. That's where like cartels and all that stuff is at. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Were you scared?
Nah, I wasn't. And the kids, it's a small town and everyone's able to, But after, it was safe. The kids were out late at night with the other kids in the street. Like it's a little like not a village, but like a village feel. Everyone looks out for each other.
Yeah.
But I found out that where we were at, where the quinceañera was, that some kids, because there was local kids, because my niece, she goes and stays there sometimes. A lot of times, actually. She has friends that were from that town. And they came and they left the grounds and were out in the little town where the quinceañera was at. And, I think those were cartel people. And they were like, yo, if you don't want to get caught up, you better go back to your little quinceañera.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But other than that, it was fine. Nice. But yeah, so that was Mexico. That was Mexico. And
baby, that was hilarious.
Yeah, it was good timers. And then one thing I will mention real quick, I'm going to probably do an episode in 2023 more in depth, but I did meet my biological father for the first time since I was 2 or
since forever.
3.
Okay.
And Nye knows about that, and I will talk about it at another time.
Because this ain't the time. Because
no,
right.
Yeah.
Let me play with my hair. Because this ain't the time.
This ain't the time.
This ain't it. Because we having fun. So yeah. But I'm glad that went down. We
already talked about one trash man. We don't need to talk about another one. Just play it.
Period. area. Yeah, I mean, it's life. And at the end of the day, we making the best of our life. I think we have had an awesome life thus far.
Yep.
And all this other shit is just extra. And it makes us who we are. So, hey, let's talk about it.
It's a lot of healing. It's a lot of stuff to get to this point. It happened, because I was ready for it to happen. It was made to happen, and it was fine. It was fine, and I was just at a good place to do it.
Nice.
But it took, I will say it took a lot of fucking work, and
a lot of work,
and it was worth it. It was worth it.
Nice. I'm glad to hear you say it was worth it, because that's what matters. Because for me, my biological dad, girl, he died of COVID. Didn't know him, whatever. But okay, another one bites the dust, I guess. Like, that's how I feel, because I don't know you. And
stranger mans. Yeah.
So I'm happy for you that you got to, even though you had to feel the feels, go through the shit you had to go through, you still have, or I don't know if you still, or you will have closure at the end of the day. For me, I've never have sought out closure just because I don't know. I met him a few times, but I don't know. I just never felt that it was important. It probably was, but it just wasn't
at the time.
And even still now, I don't know. I just feel like my life is my life, and the direction that is, because I have had men, and AKA, Dallas, that's my daddy, brother, uncle. I don't know. He like a whole bunch of things for me, but still not my father. But I've had some male figures in my life who played the role. So
yeah.
I don't know, for him being absent, it's just like a very small portion. And the portion is, dang, I need to know my other side. Like, I don't even know that side of my family. I don't know anything. I don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I really think about.
That was it for me. And I went in with, I was at a place where I wasn't like, oh, I'm about to go and attack and say all this shit. I literally I brought my computer and I brought it out because I can't read my own handwriting sometimes. And I was like, okay, I go, what are the names of your siblings? He's the youngest of 12. And I was like, what are the name of your siblings and what are the ages? And what is the name of your father, who I never knew because my grandfather on his side died when he was like 10. So I was like, what did they die of? Where are they from in Mexico? Like that. I'm on this big thing of like these ties to our ancestors and for the supernatural bear. So I got that. Oh. I went in with the plan and I got that. So it was like, okay, I got a lot of information. It's all typed out. And I was going to take a recorder and I was like, nah, because then he knows it's on. Do you know what I'm saying? He knows it's being recorded.
Oh, so you just want to be natural. It would change.
I just want to be natural and I'll just take notes. Like, what are the names? I'm taking notes, blah, blah, blah. So that was good. So yeah. Like, it felt good. It felt like, I just said, I want to see him in the grave or in person. Because of the circumstances. If I had never talked to him and this and that, it wouldn't be an issue. But because I talked to him and because he reached out, because he has cancer and, then it changed, the trajectory of what was available and what could happen. Do you know what I'm saying? And then, so that's what changed it. I was upset about it, about me, wanted him asking me and then me kind of wanting it too. And I was like upset. And then last year he flaked and then now we're here and it's like, okay, it's good. Like it's good.
Yeah. Good. That's good.
Yeah.
Progress.
And that's it,
progress and process. So.
Exactly. So that's where we're at. Okay. So let's talk about some of your friends you spoke to.
Food. Let's talk about food.
Let's go from
a bitch stay hungry. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
let's talk about food.
Right. Let's go from trash to food.
Yes. Facts.
Okay, so who did you talk to?
Excuse me, y'all.
Set it up.
So I have a friend. Her name is Elisa, and she is African from Ghana. Gambia. Because I always say it wrong. She said, and her friend said that Americans say Gambia, because you know how we are, Gambia, but it's Gambia. And I met Elisa in Japan, and she used to braid my hair. So, but now she's like a sister to me. She's everything. Like, that's my girl. Nice. Cooking, eating, hanging out. Yeah. So I spoke to her first time, and that was about 3 weeks ago. Then the second time, which was yesterday, I spoke to her friend, because Elisa's like, hey, I know you're all about the jollof rice, so come over, because this girl who's from, where I say she from?
Senegal?
No.
Anna.
No. Nigeria, maybe?
Nigeria.
Of course, she's African. She was like, oh, I don't really like ours. I like theirs. What? So I need to learn how to cook there. So that's why we were there yesterday eating Elisa's jollof rice, because this girl, another African girl from a different country, wanted to learn how Elisa made hers.
Maybe her family doesn't make it right, because I never
they
heard
make
that.
It different. They make it different, not right, just different. Just kind of like, okay, we make tacos over here like this, but y'all make tacos over here like this, or pozole or menudo or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe put one extra ingredient, or you don't do. It's something like that. So I was like, what?
Because I've never heard of anyone not saying that their country shit was the first best.
This was the girl saying, oh, well, I like hers better than ours.
That's crazy.
Yes.
That's what I thought I heard. I was like, did I hear that correctly?
But then she started capping on the Nigerians. She was like, oh, but I don't know how they make it. Yes.
Hilarious.
So Senegal, kind of like an umbrella. Okay, so you have Senegal, but then you have all these other, like Gambia's under Senegal, or,
Senegal is above Gambia. I looked it up on the map.
But they speak that language, and then they speak, like, it's just a whole situation. When you're not from there, and it's hard to explain, but they were trying to explain to me. I know Wolof. Wolof is a language that it's not from a certain place. Wolof is like the major. So basically it's like, okay, English. We have English, but we have English from the countryside, English from this side,
Southern, the different accents and stuff.
So Wolof is like, everybody gonna know Wolof for the most part, wherever you're from. You're gonna know that central language. That's why people from Africa know like 3 languages, because you're gonna know your village language, you're gonna know your your tribe language, you're gonna know your you're gonna know French, you're gonna know
whatever you've been colonized by. Yeah.
It's a whole bunch. So at least 3 minimum. Yeah. I love it. So yeah, my friend Lisa, she says she knows her mom and dad's language.
Wow.
She knows Wolof. She knows English. She knows French.
Dope.
Maybe one more, but I know 5 at least.
That's dope.
She's sort of right. And she just switches up like, So yeah, I've been trying to learn Wolof. So every time she talks, I like repeat stuff and try to.
What's something that you learned so far in Wolof?
Benachin.
Oh,
Benachin.
Benachin, that's jollof?
That's jollof rice, because ben means one, chin means pot. Bena means one.
One pot, like one. Benachin.
Yeah.
Wow,
Benachin.
awesome.
Benachin, yes.
Benachin.
So,
Benachin.
Like, because I was like, chin? She's like, yeah, chin. Benachin. So then the girl who was there yesterday, she's like, oh, we call it, okay, so like when you cook rice, you know how it gets sticky on the bottom, a little burnt, a little crispy?
Mm-hmm.
So Dominicans call it gong gong.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, give me some gong gong. Like, we want that crispy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Japan, kazuche. Like, because I used to love ume kazuche. Like
the crispies. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Then she was like, oh, we call it chizen or something like that. Like, it was like everybody's was kind of similar a little bit. So it's interesting. And here in America, we don't call it nothing because we don't like that. We just want rice. We don't want it like, you know what I'm saying?
Koreans, they eat the crispies. I got to ask what they call that.
We need to know the name of that.
Yeah, because I love it, because Aaron and I, we used to call it crispy critters.
Crispies, yeah.
Crispy critters at the bottom. And then so when you get the bean bop.
Oh, yes, that's like Japan, like.
Yeah, and then they like the crispy. They love the bottoms, the crispy rice. So I want to see if they have a word for that.
You need to find out Korean style.
Yeah, Korean style. What's the word for the crispy rice part?
So in Japan, they'll have a bowl of rice with the crispies. Then they put like this ume with seaweed like thing, thing. Then they pour water in it. Then it's a soup.
Yeah, that's what Koreans do. Koreans do the same shit.
So it must be chazuke. Like, it must be the same. Like, ume chazuke, I fell in love with that shit. It's so delicious.
Yeah. I love that. It's great.
Okay, so yeah.
So what do you want me to play first? The first one or the second one first?
I think I played it to you backwards. So the one where she was talking about the what's the first one? Second one, third one, like, do you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so I think that's
the best jollof rice in Africa.
Country, Senegal.
Senegal?
Yep.
Makes the best jollof. So Gambia is in Senegal?
No. So Gambia and Senegal are two.
Why I keep saying Gambia? That's a whole nother place.
Gambia and Senegal, yes. They're two different countries. But I was born in Senegal and then grew up in Gambia.
So who makes the second best jollof rice?
Gambia.
Who's the third? Who makes the third?
I don't know the third. That's all the two that I know.
We need to know.
Because Ghana and Nigeria, their jollof rice is different. The way we made it. Even them will tell you. Now, let me give you an example.
Because they're going to say theirs is the best. So
yes,
you gotta have a second best.
Maybe you will know.
If you cannot have the rice from Gambia.
It's the same. I feel like I've tried Nigerian jollof rice and Ghanaian jollof rice. To me, it tastes the same.
Nigerian and...
Yeah, but maybe I'll say Ghana.
Ghana is the best after Gambia.
Huh? Shit, I was waiting here. I'm like, maybe Daddy ain't making it.
Okay, so let me play the other one.
Her neighbor called her. So you're from, wait, you said Nigeria? Ghana. And so who makes the second best jollof rice? Ghana, Gambia, Zimbabwe, who?
I think Senegal.
Senegal,
right?
Yeah, Gambia and Senegal.
Gambia and Senegal.
Senegal.
Followed by Ghana.
Because you from Ghana.
Yeah. Don't go Nigeria.
Nigeria known for boiled rice.
So Nigeria, they only good for boiled rice?
Girl. Rebecca will kill me.
They were clowning Nigeria, yo. So all y'all Nigerians out there, y'all thought y'all rice was the shit. Y'all shit tastes like boiled rice with butter.
Oh my goodness. That's hilarious.
I feel like that's kind of like, who made the best tacos? Like Southern Cal, LA. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
totally.
We rapping right here. So.
But that's so interesting to see that they're so different. Like, it's jollof, but like everyone's also, because that makes sense. It's a little different because if you look at the map, you know, Senegal and Gambia are right on top of each other. Like Senegal and then Gambia is right next to it, right? Like it's below it. And then Nigeria and Ghana, like Nigeria is further away. You know what I'm saying? So that makes sense. Like regional shit. Like you're gonna add regional shit.
So she said when she makes her jollof, it's because like she makes all these other things, which you have pictures of. They're coming. So like carrots, veggies. So basically she has a stock. Because she has like a fish stock or whatever meat or whatever she makes, and she uses that stock for the jollof. And then so like the people, I guess in Nigeria, don't get me wrong, don't quote me on this, y'all, but they probably just make their jollof rice like, oh, I'm making on the side without using any of those extras.
Got it. I see. Ooh, that's a lot of stuff in there to make that stock.
So good, girl. Eggplant, okra, red snapper.
It was like some cabbage.
Carrots, cabbage. Baby, I tore that up yesterday. It was so freaking good. It was delicious.
Wow. So the only one that I've tried was when I went to my friend's baby shower, and she's from Ghana.
Oh, okay.
And it was good. It was spicy good. Like
I always tell her, don't put the spice. I can't take the spice. No spice. But those shrimps, you see, the spice.
Ooh, because I can't wait to go when I finally go to your place. I need to try that.
She'll come over here. We'll go over there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
so good. It's so good. So then she makes the sorrel, or she makes ginger, like a ginger pineapple drink.
That's my favorite. Canoa, and I love that shit.
I mix them both.
Really?
Oh, the sorrel with the ginger pie.
So sorrel is just Jamaica.
See. But then when I make that ginger pie, it's so good, girl.
I love the ginger and pineapple. Love the ginger and pineapple shit. I love it so much. The Supernatural Bear made it fresh one time, and we loved it. So did you get that one thing that I sent you? That was like the African 23andMe. Did you get that link that I sent you?
No.
I don't know if I texted it to you or if I sent it to you via like one of the socials. But basically, I sent it to you because of your 50th birthday thing. So it's instead of like 23andMe, it only tells you like, oh, you're maybe from this part of Africa. Right. Or ancestry.com or whatever. But this one's specifically for people of African descent. And it tells you the tribes and the areas that you're from. And I was like, that's what you need to do to get a better idea. So when you go visit, you go
and
visit
they get
the
these
right
reparations that Callie talking about. What's up with that? Give me my money. Give my 200 G's. You know what I'm saying? All right, governor.
Right. So yeah. So I'll look for it. I send it to you somewhere somehow.
I'll look through everything. I don't know. I'll be getting so much stuff. So yeah, I'll totally look through it. That's crazy.
Yeah, because I never find out exactly where. So if you're gonna go to Africa, might as well go to where your people are actually from. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't be really wanting to do these things, but
I hear you. I want to do it.
I have an ancestry in my, I've been having it probably for about 6 years now. It's just sitting there. I've been trying to give it away. Nobody wants it, but I don't know. Maybe
for this one, maybe this one.
I might do it. Because I really want to know, being that my grandmother passed away. And just today I was talking about her and like, dang, I have so many questions, even though I asked her lots of questions when she was here, but
yeah.
It's just like now, like I want to be like, Grandma, who was your favorite? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just all the different things, and just to write them down. Like, because my best conversation I ever had with her, I was driving. Excuse me. I literally talked to her for 2 hours and I was driving. So it's like, I need answers. Being right here on the coast, I need answers.
Yeah. So maybe that one. So if you don't find it, let me know and I'll send it to you. Cool. Yeah. So, before we wrap it up, because we've been going for a while now. Nice. It's when this comes out, it'll be the Monday before your birthday.
Okay.
Birthday. I think it'll be the Monday before your birthday.
That's soon. That's like a week and a half. So, dang. Yeah, y'all. It's my birthday. And I don't know. I don't have any plans, but I don't know. I'm in a good space. I don't even know what to say right now. Like, everything's going good. Waiting on his birthday to pass. See what happens.
You don't have any plans? You're not doing anything?
No, and I never really have plans, just because I guess for the expectation, birthday's on Christmas. So
yeah. I
learned early on not to have any expectations. Never do. And if somebody plans something for me, I love you. But nobody ever really can do anything because it is Christmas.
Yeah, it's tough.
But I'm sure I might do something. I don't know, but I'll keep y'all posted. I just don't know. I'm keeping it up in the air. Kids coming home. Everybody coming home.
Everybody's coming home.
Everybody coming home.
Oh, that's cute. Well, that's a celebration there.
So it's gonna be definitely busy and eventful.
No, that's cute.
Yeah. So I just decorated the tree today. I'll never decorate the tree, but did that. Pulled out some decorations, and yeah, it's gonna be Christmas this year.
That's cute. I'm glad that the kids are going to be home. We definitely should FaceTime.
Oh, we will. There. We will for sure. Day of.
And then when we get back, this is the final episode of 2022. And when we get back in January, then we will continue where we left off, where we're still at the Chula Vista School of Creative and Performing Arts. And we'll continue the story, wrap that up, and get into some other wild shit.
Yes, because
and
we
we'll
gotta
continue.
get into like, we used to catch that trolley girl going to people's houses performing. Remember, we were performing like,
yeah,
we was doing crazy shit. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. I can't wait.
All right then, Relly, the final relatives of 2022. Any last words or any last thoughts?
Hey, y'all, keep it tight, keep it right. That's what I'm saying. I don't know to tell y'all. I'm living this life. I'm living good. I feel good. Y'all do your part. That's it.
All right then.
All right. Love y'all. Love you. Bye.
And now introducing
the Supernatural Bear Corner.
Supernatural Bear.
Hello. Oh, shoot. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Supernatural Bear Corner. Probably the second to last one of this year. I don't I just heard the new intro right now, and I love it. So I would wish a very happy birthday to Tia Nyysha, because it's relatives, and her birthday is on Christmas Day. I do not know which song I was just singing right now. Anyway, happy birthday to you, Tia Nyysha. Yay! And hope everyone has very happy holidays. Because I don't know when this episode's going to get. Oh yeah, at midnight at the time I'm recording this. It will be released at midnight. But for everyone still sticking around, happy holidays. And for those of you that are gonna go on some trips and may not listen to the podcast, I will see you in 2023. Anyway, see ya. Stay safe, people.
Shoo-be-doo. Yeah. There you have it, folks. That's episode 110, Relatives 22, the final relatives of 2022. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you, hopefully Nyysha, she doesn't listen to all of these after we record them. So hopefully she listened to so she could hear her nephew give her the Feliz Born Day. Make sure to reach out to her. Like I said, we have one more episode left. It will be a short but meaningful episode. It's a year wrap up before we skedaddle out of here. And, I just want to continue to say muchísimas gracias to everyone out there who has been supported. If you're a patron on Patreon, muchísimas gracias. There's a link on all of our links to become one of those. It helps to keep the show going and to make the time and to have all the amazing special guests. 2023 is going to continue to be an amazing year with the range of people that we're going to have on here as guests, the topics we're going to cover, and things in store. It's too late to buy something for someone to make it in time for the holidays, but maybe there's a B-Day coming up, or maybe you want to get something for yourself. We're going to have some new pins that I haven't posted yet, but there's some new Stevie Wonder pins, a brand new illustration. Those just came in. I just been so busy and sick and traveling that I hadn't had the chance to advertise and post and, give people enough time to order. So that's in the store, plus other things. There's a donate button. And then another way you can support is for free. Tell your folks, tell your peeps, tell your friends. And for the past couple of months, there's a promo you heard of Flor a través de los niños. That is very near and dear to our hearts. So please, if you can, if you understand the system, go ahead and buy yourself a well worth about $5 NFT to help the kids. They learn the entire process. This is going to help them long run, long term. And then also, if you don't, there's a link in the show notes for how you can just donate PayPal. And these are kids in Ponce, Puerto Rico, that were impacted severely by Hurricane Fiona. And so that promo is still going, and that's an ongoing effort that we have here. So please help them out. And yeah, I think that's it for today. And one more episode. So yeah, muchísimas gracias. And as always, we reap. Word to Your Mama is owned and produced by Ritzy P. Intro beat produced by Nico Beats. If you want to know more, you want to email us, you want to get the media kit, go head over to wordtoyourmama.com. Word to Your Mama is now part of the Latina Podcasters Network. And as always, Word to Your Mama is brought to you by RitzPeriwinkle.com.